fucking keep shaking. Please. Alright, you cunts of Count Cumland. Let us continue from yesterday. Which is basically what I said, spatial reasoning, blah blah blah, rotating this basic mannequin, and then adding a bunch of shit on top of it. So, let me start with this shape. I guess I need to turn this entire thing into a box. Obviously, this perspective ended up being a bit different from this perspective, so I kind of just have to imagine that it's the same. But if I do that, I still want to focus on this perspective right here. Yeah, so it'd be something like this. Yep. Okay. God damn it, I keep fucking that up. There you go. Move that there. Yeah, now that I'm actually gonna be thinking quite hard, I'm not gonna be trying to keep up with any sort of super entertaining commentary, so suck my dick. Woohoo! Okay, and then this will just be a curvature. So we've got this down, which is nice. Right? We got basically that down. The shape over here. I know the line's a bit wonky, but whatever. And then this sphere is located right around here, right? So it's kind of like this. It's like right there. Like that. Something like that. And then again, I was trying to do this part, or trying to do this part in rotation. So how is it attached exactly? I don't really, I guess it would just, how would it be attached here? Because then, I guess it would be attached like right here, right? So on that note, it could be something like, okay, so if this is the box, right, this is the box, this is the box. Anything that's like this is also like that. So I could just do something like, then it's, there you go. What is it, like that? That makes this look flat though. That's the issue. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. Let me just... bring it across. Ugh, the lines are so disgusting. Fuck off, bro. Fucking give me clean lines. Fingers, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that looks like... something about this is off. It's because this is too thick. Yeah, because if I just do it normally, right? It's something like this. My head's not in frame. Okay, but if I just do it normally, it's literally this, right? And then, okay, well, I guess that's where we need to figure out what is happening here, because clearly this and this, they are not going to be, it doesn't make sense for this to be aligned properly, but then this, so how is this aligned here, right? That's what's giving it this flat look, and that's what I need to figure out. I mean, I did break down the shape that way too, but... oh god, fucking, this thing's like rubbing across. Disgusting. What is it? Unless it's kind of like this, where it's like that's how it's attached. And then it's just like that. Right, I guess that would make sense. Where it's attached at the top like so. And then, you know, we have the cut out like this. Yeah, and then, yeah, like we have the fucking... like whatever, that general shape. But I need to... like, do you see how much wider this is? So we need to make it less wide. Okay, well, what I need to do maybe is make it have a wrap around like that. Like, have it be like this. So it's wrapped around. And then what? Just like that. And then... oh, that's wrapped around like this. That could be it. Okay, let's try that again. I guess over here. I love how difficult this is. This is so good. That essentially more square-like, right? I notice it really helps to think about it in terms of a box, as in literally encompassing it within a box. See, that's basically the same shape. I don't know why the fuck it looks so awkward from the back, from this side. What is it? Is it because my lines are shitty? Likely because my lines are shitty. Then we got this. Okay, but why don't I just try drawing this first? So we got, it's essentially, let's just say it's a middle aligned, right? So it's this right here, like so. There you go. Something like that. And then what? This. Be like that. Is that correct? And then there would be this. I keep having it fucking cut off. God damn it. The way I've angled it here, this is overshadowing this. And there isn't a curve. Interesting. Okay, let's try from a different angle actually. Let's do it from this way. God damn. Okay. I was just looking at the time. I love and hate how fast time flies when I'm actually into this. Because obviously this is all gonna be shit. Every single thing you see from now on regarding this is gonna be shit, but I'm learning. That's what matters. Okay, so it's upside down. I'm just trying to think. So if I take this, flip it around. Oh, what the fuck? That's fucking shit. Okay, let's just ignore this. Fuck, is this pen dying or something? Or am I just really bad? Probably a combination of both. Pain. Let's turn this into a web. Yeah, I don't know. My lines have been. I swear my lines have gotten worse. It can't be just because I had to take a couple weeks off because of a sickness, can it? Can it? Oh no. Let's try that again. It's the bottom. And then. One, 2, 3. Oh, wait. That doesn't exist. Yeah, okay. There you go. That's basically the same, barring a few wonky lines. Okay, then we got this coming up over here. But how does that affect this? So can I just do this first then? I literally could just do this first, couldn't I? There you go. And then it's like that. Coming down this way. There you go. Just from the bottom. That probably shouldn't be there. Doesn't even make any sense. The fuck? Jesus. And then we got that maybe? Is that? Let's flip it upside down. See what that looks like. Hey, you know what? That's not this, but it's okay. It's definitely a step up. Although I did fuck up the bottom part here. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually a huge improvement if we think about it. So let's take a little bit of a hydration break. Hydration break. I'm dying. I'm dying. Fuck, I ate so much food today. I actually ate the same amount as yesterday, but I guess because I didn't work out. Oh man, my stomach was bursting. It took me 2 hours to have my second meal. It might have been because I had it very close to my first meal, only about 2 hours apart. The first meal was over 1,500 calories. Second meal was 1,300 roughly. So it makes sense, but still, it doesn't feel good to be that full. Disgusting. Okay. All right, let's try from a different angle now. Let's just keep doing all the different angles. This isn't bad. We just gotta keep thinking, right? Why don't we try like this then? So it's coming out like that. So if anybody has not seen the show DuckTales, I highly recommend it. It is really good. The 2017 one, that's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm watching. And the theme song is very catchy. DuckTales, woo! Good shit. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this shape down, which is nice. And then, let's see. I might as well make this a bit longer, purely so I can have this space. And then there you go. Still trying to figure this out, but it's like obviously this is gonna be going across like that, right? It's three-dimensional after all. Same with this. Same with this. And then it comes across like that, right? Oh, this maybe this is what's wrong. This is not the right angle. Maybe it should have been more like that, or actually like this probably. Yeah, right now that's at the wrong angle, but it's okay. I guess we'll just have to deal with that. And we can just something like that, and then have the back of it, right? And the front of it as well. It's a fucked up ellipse, but I'm learning. It's a bit bigger. Something here. God. Ta-da! It's also kind of shit, but we're getting closer. I think these two right here are the hardest things. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip the page, and I'm gonna try to figure that out. Let's try to only focus on that right now. I know this may seem very unnecessary. Oh fuck, ignore that. This is like me doodling portraits, completely just zero fucking brain energy. Trying with pen. Obviously, they're all bad. This is supposed to be a woman, by the way. I know, and I fucked up the shadows here, so it just looks like she has a weird line. This guy's the only one who turned out to be okay, but whatever. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna try to. Oh, it's so painful showing my bad art, but it's I'm gonna try to only focus on this over here, like these, because this is just a bunch of fucking cylinders attached, and this shape I've got down. I just need to figure out how this is attached. For my own understanding, again, it's because this is the shape I've sort of gone along with, right? So it's best that I actually work on that for myself. So let's see. So what am I doing here? I'm doing something like this, right? Or it's like this and that. It's like that's the trigger part, comes back. Now the real question is, if I have an ellipse, or cylinder, sorry, coming up like this, would it not be attached to that? It would, wouldn't it? It's like, look at this, like let's say it's coming up like this, right? If this is how I'm deciding to attach it, you know, and it's essentially like this, and obviously we have that thing there, but let's just say for the time being, this is the shape, right? That is the shape, right? That's what I decided upon. Fuck. Open the goddamn page. Yeah, that's basically the shape. So in terms of attachment, I need it to make sense. So how would we go about that? Oh, I think I know. I think I know what I can do. So what I could do with this is, instead of it being like this, this could be the shape right here. Let's see. Hold up, 1 second. I'm thinking. Ignore this line. Could be something like. Okay, yeah. So it could be more like this, maybe. Like that. Right. So instead, this could be something like this. So it keeps the same shape there, right? But wait. Am I even thinking about this right? Maybe I'm not. I was thinking something like maybe it, it's called converges down like that. So that way, when we have the cylinder, it makes sense because it's not actually angled, it's just converging. So for that to make sense, we need something more like this. It needs to be more like this. Yeah, there you go, like that. Yeah, then if it's converging like that, then we just need something like. Does that make sense? Ah, it's so fucking difficult, even trying to come up with your own logic. Let me look at the reference. Wait. Maybe it could be attached right here. So it could be something like. It's a bit too narrow, but whatever. and it is yeah, that could be it actually. And it's just like this almost. Sure, we could do that, right? Where it's that. That work? Cylinder attached there. Then we could just there you go, something like that, right? Would that not work? Because then it's attached to the bottom here. You can still pull the trigger here. Or actually, is it attached to the bottom? We could have it technically just be attached like so. Or it's attached like this actually. It's like it's literally just, this is just indented. This could just be something that's added onto the cylinder, could it not? It could be. Yeah, it's just added onto the cylinder. So even if, let's say, the perspective was like this, right? Like that, right? It would still be something like there you go. But the thing is that way it's not jutting out. The shape has a bit of jutting out to it, right? So maybe that doesn't make the most amount of sense. So how can we make it jut out while still retaining that shape? Honestly, we could even simplify it even further than that. I just had an idea. It could literally be something like this, where this is the trigger shape, right? And this is where it's like, let me ignore this. Let's do it like this, right? And then we got something like this, the trigger, and then now we got the cylinder like that. It could be like that. So what that translates to would be something like, and then let's say we could have something like this, right? What did I say? So it could be something like that. Right, and then now we have the cylinder coming up to like here, I guess. So that way now it's jutting out. Still the trigger, but a more even simple shape. Let's do it again from a different angle. I think this would make it a lot easier. So literally, it could be like this. Then See, because now it is in that. Okay, I know like this looks very unclear, so let me try making it a bit more clear. Let's try one more time. And let's try it, I guess, from here, right? It's like that. And then we have perspective's a bit off, but yeah, that's my idea. Wait, that's the exact same thing that this ended up being. What the fuck did I do? Oh, okay, fuck it. Let's just try this out. Okay, let's just try this out. So we got this, right? This is the one shape. Then you got this. This is the other one. And you got a bigger one like that. Okay. And then what? This thing, right? So the fuck? That's a bit off. That's actually kind of wrong. Like that? That's pretty fucking shit. Oh my god. What did I do? What did I do? That looked much better. Oh, because I didn't have a jut out. Okay, let's try that again. Why don't I just do it like this? Okay. Like that. That also looks pretty shit. Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Something about this seemed to work. Okay, let me try again from here. And then what is it? What is it? What is it? And how does this happen? Yeah, like this shit does not make sense. I'm gonna cross this out. Yeah, Antonio would have simplified this in a much better manner. I feel as if I'm going backwards. I need to figure something out. So this is literally the shape, right? It's this, then this, and then another one like that. Okay. And the bottom was what? The bottom is... Oh, the bottom's just this. But it's that, but it's cut out, so it's like this. And then there's a cylinder. And then there's this shape. Okay. So what does that mean? Is there a space? Yeah, okay, I can lift it up. Let me just lift it up and try again. So that means that it should look something like this. If I do it this way. Okay, and then let's just say I'm this way, right? So what does that mean? It's what, like this? Wait, it's... that. Then it goes back. Then it comes out. And then it goes back again. And then it's like that. Because that's the trigger, right? And then I can have a cylinder like that. Coming out like this. That. It's a bit off, but how does that look? a bit better. I think it looks a bit better. Okay. Again, this is, I guess, the basic shapes I'm trying to instill in myself. Oh god, I'm gonna go through the sketchbook fast. I thought this would be like a nice little fucking pretty, oh, let's draw, let's render, that type of shit for a sketchbook, and now it's just me drawing a bunch of seemingly nonsensical shapes. But I guess that's just the process. Bro, how has it been 40 minutes? This is what I love and hate about art. Not about art, but about when I draw. I only have an hour a day. I wanted to do 2 hours, but I spent so long eating that I just have an hour because I have to do piano after this. But yeah, I get lost in the process, clearly. But okay, I think this is okay. I think this is what I'll go with for the time being. Again, I want a very simple mannequin that I can essentially use as a base to expand on, right? The simpler and more blocky this is, the better it will be when I start using this as the skeleton. It's basically like a person, is the way I think about it, right? We have the figure mannequin, the Loomis mannequin. We have all those mannequins, right? Made out of boxes and cylinders. Same with this. But when you know what it is comprised of, the simple shapes that it is comprised of, then you can start adding interesting things on top of it. Let me actually do an example of that right now, right? So if I were just to do it based off of what I've already established, this won't look amazing, but I could already do something like this. Based off of just that, right? We could just do something like this. There you go. There you go. Whatever, that actually looks kind of weird, but it's fine. And then you could have something going around like this. So now we have this interesting little screwdriver component. Or drill, right? I decided to do drill. And this one, let's just say, it's cutouts like this. And that's just based off of what we've already seen. And then there's like the next part, right? Which is over here, but let's just... we could even do something like this. Right, same kind of idea there. But this one can also be like that. Ta-da! Something like that. Again, I'm not really trying to make anything perfect here. I'm just trying to give an example how even someone as mediocre as I, just by creating these just by creating this little basic shapes, how I can make it look more interesting, right? And as the skeleton, so what did I have here? I had this, then this, then this. So what can we turn that into? We can turn that into a rounding, right? We can turn that into rounding, and then a beveling, bring it back like that, and then we can do that, right? Oh look, I'm adding detail. Suddenly it looks a lot more interesting. Obviously, if my alignmentship was better, it'd look even better. But yeah, and then I can just do something like this as well. Again, my fucking lines are so annoying. But there you go. Right? And oh look, now it's basically a screwdriver. But now I can improvise too. Let's just add this. See? Now this looks even more interesting. There you go. I've realized even just adding random little fucking dots like that. And now we've gone from a screwdriver to something, I guess, more high-tech. And then we can also add, don't forget we still have the very simple shape down here, which is a cylinder. And this is where the form intersections will come in handy now, because I can just start creating cutouts and it'll look very, very interesting. I think that's the main thing, right? You just want it to look interesting. There you go. What function does this serve? No idea. But I'm just trying to add lines that quote unquote look interesting. But Peter Han said one thing, is like whatever kind of comes to mind, we will all create our own design language as time goes on. So just do whatever comes to mind right now. Like, that might be overkill. That probably looks fucking stupid. But what if I add one more dot right there, one more dot right there? Now it's fashion. And then what else? We could also add a little handle right here. Right? Handle right there. Maybe even that. Right, a little wire or something. So you could even literally go around. Kind of looks weird, but whatever. If we add a little bit of depth, now it looks normal. And it'll look even more normal when you add contour lines. There you go. And now just like that, the simple shapes that we made have turned into something quite unsimple. I believe is the opposite of simple, unsimple. And this is me with doing basic ass cutouts. I'm not even doing all the form intersections I could, right? There's no addition really. I'm just subtracting more than anything. But then we got this. Ta-da! Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Just like that. You can make things look really interesting through just the basic shapes, right? What can we do here? We can add maybe, let's look at our example, right? What are they doing? They're doing something like that. I'm just looking at the different drills that exist. And maybe we can even, a little bit of this. Right, why not? Give it fucking wheels, who cares? There you go. Another ellipse there for shits, another ellipse there for shits. What are they doing in the front? Maybe they're making it space out like that. Right, and then we got something like that. Maybe that doesn't look that interesting, but we can just add a couple lines, add another ellipse here, right? Give it a shadow there, and ta-da! Would you look at that? Just from the basic template I made, which I still haven't perfected, by the way, I'm able to create something that looks quite interesting and scientific, right? Quite scientific. There you go. And there you go. Is this a drill? It is now, right? It's some sort of drill. Is it really? We don't know, but we can just keep adding random cutouts like that, right? Even here, if we want to indicate that this is actually going inwards, I should probably do something like this to put it into shadow. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I know nothing about art. I'm literally so fucking new and bad. That is the truth, right? Let's just draw a dick over here. In perspective, of course. Yeah. What else? There you go. From this, right? From this, very different versions, all me trying to figure shit out. Experimentation, blah, blah, blah. This, right? This is the main thing. This was the drill that we did for imagination. This is the real life drill that I actually copied or drew from reference. But then, and there's the dick there as well, but I'm funny. But from that, we took that and now we made something much more interesting and high tech. It doesn't really even make sense. It's all nonsensical, right? But that's just an example. That's how I've been interpreting the shapes, is the fact that the shapes exist, you know, but they exist to just give you creative liberty, right? Can this be pulled? Doesn't look like a trigger that can be pulled. At least doesn't look like a functional trigger that can be pulled, but it looks like a trigger of sorts. Now we can try that again, but we can do it from, I guess, a different angle, right? And to make it more difficult, why don't I do it from the bottom? I'll probably fuck this up drastically, but let's see. So the bottom, something like this, right? But even now we can start playing around with it. It doesn't even need to be the same. It could be something like this, right? And what else? This thing was like that. So yeah, just bring it down like that. And what else? Wait, what did I do? I think I fucked it up. I guess it's probably like that or something. Something like that, I don't fucking know. But who knows? And then this could be the bottom, right? And we can have little like divots. And that's the bottom. So then we could just have it go up like that. And then we have the trigger, right? So it would be something like this. And this can also be something interesting. We can make it like that, but then also cut it out, like so. And then this, just for no reason, can go a bit above, like that. And just like that, we have. This actually doesn't make any sense at all. now that I see it more, the perspective is so bad. Let's just stop right there. Let's call this an attempt. Smiley face. Really big smiley face. Gargantuan, holy shit, we're so happy. Smiley face. Here, let's make the eyes a bit lopsided. There you go. Let's give him eyelashes as well. SpongeBob eyelashes. And let's give him a Charlie Chaplin mustache too. Let's make him really happy so he's waving his hand up. There you go. But you know what this means though? If I'm unable to do this, I can do this angle clearly, right? This isn't that difficult. It's not the best, but it's all right. But if I can do this, that means I understand those shapes in this perspective. But if I can't do this, that means I don't understand those shapes in this perspective. So what do? We draw it in this perspective, right? So let me just do a tiny version. Let me See if I can fit it in here, hopefully. So like this. There we go. And what was the shape that I decided upon? It was like, was this? I needed a recall. Recall is important, right? So it was that. I think that's okay. It's a bit off center, but it's okay. And it was like this, right? It was like, that doesn't seem right. What the fuck? What shape does that? Oh, it was like this. What did I do? Oh, okay, I see what I did. I see what I did. This bottom here is where the thing's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be a lot wider. It's supposed to be like this. And this would have fit there. And it would have been more like that. There you go. Right? Well, I guess it should have been a bit longer. But then, yeah, we got this. So whatever, something like that. But as you can see, even though my shapes are not the most perfect, and we're definitely going to ignore my lines, and this is obviously nothing amazing either, and I'm still going to be working on this. I'm not stopping this until I really, and I think I need to slow down. I feel as if, even though this looks pretty cool, whatever, right, like drill type shape, I created something interesting. The stronger the base, the easier this is to do, right? So that's what I'm going to focus on. I do actually, funny enough, I realize now how much progress I've made just in terms of being able to have a certain array of shapes organized in a particular manner, and then being able to do something like this on top of it, right? It doesn't really make much sense, but actually we can make it make sense if we did that. There you go. Now it's like bolted down, right? I guess. No, still doesn't make much sense because like this shit in the middle doesn't even mean anything. In fact, why don't we just do this? There you go. Make it make even less sense. And we could just fill this up too. There you go. And why don't we do this? As you can see, my graphic shapes need a lot of work. I'm probably making it worse, but whatever. Yeah, we'll fucking leave it. That looks 10 times worse now. I can't tell. It's so hard to tell. Stop it, Biggie. Stop overworking it. I can't stop it. Oh god, it's getting worse by the second. Oh, is it salvaged? The answer is no, but it's not garbage anymore. It's just mid. So Either way, like I'm gonna keep working on this shape and trying to understand it better. I feel as if this can do so much for me because this is not only a drill, it can be a weapon, it can be a spacecraft of sorts. I think this in of itself, just the random bullshit I did here, kind of shows that if you just know addition, subtraction, some simple manipulations, and even like a bending of a cylinder, you can go quite far in terms of just how interesting of a shape you can make, right? Like this looks kind of futuristic, high tech, whatever. I hope it, yeah, it picks up on the camera a lot better than it looks in real life, I guess, or at least it just looks better in camera to me. I'm more critical in real life, I guess, but yeah, it's been an hour. Okay, crazy. Okay, well, what did we learn? Well, we learned that the shape has slowly but surely become internalized for us, right? Only after 2 days, well, 2 hours technically, right? That's actually pretty good. This goes to show that it makes sense. I only practice for an hour a day. Imagine how much more progress I'd be able to make if I practiced for 2 or 3 hours a day, right? It's not as if it's fucking directly scalable in that I would triple or double or triple my progress, but I do wish I could practice more art. I don't know where this ramble is going. I fucking love art. I wish I could practice it more. God damn it, I need UBI so I can just spend my entire day practicing art and piano and lifting and eating. That's the dream. And sleeping for 10 hours. Fuck work. But yeah, like I honestly think that while the original drill general shapes look pretty cool, right? Like this looks more realistic. This looks interesting. But I think because of this, I can make I can go back and make that simple drill shape and the realistic version as well. I'd like to believe so. And it just comes from just comes from one reference, right? There's fucking 20 drills in my Pinterest picture that I'm looking at. There's just so many different drills. So that can also give a lot of inspiration as well. So, and this I did from imagination. I wasn't even looking at those different examples except for this part. And even then I didn't even apply it that much. But as you can see, my design sense is still very nonsensical, but it's at least something, and I'm gonna keep practicing. So yeah, tomorrow will be continue. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna focus on design and genuinely actually try to be more intentional, because this I just did very sporadically. As you can see, like it's very, very sporadic, but I'm going to try to, apart from internalizing this shape in different perspectives more, I'm going to try to, try to have one, at least one, if not two, examples like these, right, where I put into practice, but maybe one realistic and one really design oriented. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I still need to practice. So yeah. And I'll take a step back, like what are the I think I'm working too fast in the sense that I also need to think about what are the tools at my disposal. I know how to do addition, I know how to do subtraction, I know how to do it with cylinders, spheres, cones, pyramids, right, boxes. I know how to do beveling, single rounding. I know how to do double rounding. What else? I know how to do like clusters in perspective, all that stuff, right? I'm getting better at form wrapping, and I know how to do contour, single contour, and contour manipulation, right? So what else? Yeah. So I know how to do all of that. At least not like they're not all on the same level of skill, of course, right? And all of them can be improved, but I think the big part of art and especially design is being able to access those tools, first being able to identify those tools, then being able to make the decisions on which of those tools are applicable in the given context and intent of the art that's being created or the design that's being created, and then being able to access them in a creative, interesting, or simply novel manner. So that's a lot. That is genuinely a lot. It's going to take years to get to that point, but at the very least, starting tomorrow, if I start thinking about that, i.e. building that skill, it will become more intuitive. Just like, even though this looks like shit, this will also become more intuitive. And I think I need to really work on my lines. I don't know why my lines have been so poor as of late, but yeah, maybe off camera I'll do some line practice, right? Just to feel more comfortable. Maybe I am rushing. I think it's possible I am rushing my lines and my art in general. Oh, I'm so full. But either way, thank you all. Thank you, my fellow Gooners. I say fellow gooners, but I've given up on the gooning life now that I have a girlfriend. But then once I get married, it's back to gooning, because we all know that's a death sentence. But apart from that, I hope you all have a fucking garbage, depressing, dopamine-fueled day wherever you live. I'm not doing Chibi's outro again. I don't even know where I'm going with this. But yeah, as always, keep drawing and please give me money.